Does he look like he traveled the country and never got a bath? Because that's the case. Hey Shugs, I'm Pixarty. I'm an astrologer, and today I will be talking about the full moon in Leo and going through horoscopes for all the signs. Just to overview, the full moon is Wednesday, February 16th. The full moon will be at 27 degrees Leo or 28 degrees Leo. It squares the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, so it's a pretty big one for the fixed signs. At the same time, Venus and Mars are conjoining at 16 degrees Capricorn. Overall, this full moon could provide a big realization, a big aha moment, or possibly illuminate something in your life, something in the Leo part of your chart. And then immediately after this realization, we'll probably be moving on to the next steps. Because the full moon is at the last degrees of the sign, it will be changing signs the same day. So we'll be having our realization, and then we'll be moving on and implementing with the details. With the full moon squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, there could be an element to the moon or the days surrounding the moon that feel destined or fated or out of our hands. And like I said earlier, at the same time, we're having that Venus-Mars conjunction in the middle of Capricorn. So there's a lot of earthly energy being brought to the table, maybe confrontations, negotiations of some kind. The chemistry is sizzling with a Mars-Venus conjunction. So I'm going to go ahead and start going through the horoscopes for all the signs. I recommend you look at your rising sign, but if you don't know your rising sign, your sun or moon sign work too. I'll drop a link in the description if you don't know your rising sign and you want to know your rising sign. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and start with Aries. This full moon for you will illuminate topics regarding your desires, what you do for enjoyment, what you do for fun, things you have created. This could be projects, art, children. Maybe it has something to do with your kid's life. Maybe there's something big going on for your children. Maybe just enjoying time with your kid or announcements from them. It could also possibly illuminate something to do with your dating or your sex life and whether your needs or desires are fulfilled. Possibly shining a light on what you do to stay active, maybe like running, hiking, the gym, or sports. Building from the past 2 weeks when the new moon happened. Your friends, your networks or your groups that you're involved with could also be an element to this full moon for you. And like I said earlier, the full moon is squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, and so there could be aspects of the day that feel out of your hands, that feel destined or fated, especially for you regarding topics around your personal individual finances, your income, your material personal possessions, and diet, as well as your shared resources, either with a partner, a romantic partner, a business partner, a family, or banks, for example, or the government. Whoever you're sharing resources with could also be brought to the surface here. So at the same time as this full moon, there is a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn. Negotiations or confrontations are brought to the table, and somebody in the situation has the upper hand, and it's probably your Mars in this situation. There is an authoritative element to the day, maybe some sort of no or separation that happens, but there could also be a lot of cohesion, negotiation, working together for the higher good. Venus and Mars are opposites, so it could go either way there. But overall, a lot of action around your desires, what you enjoy. There may be some joyful but serious edits that have been going on in your life related to how you are seen by your community, maybe your reputation or your career. Just how you're seen by your community. A lot of edits going on there. Mars is the one in dignity here, so the martial qualities come out a bit more. Acting on your desires in an outward, chasing, active way. Getting that bag, getting that partner, getting that status. So that's what I have for Aries. Please comment below and let me know what you have planned. Let me know what's happening for you on this full moon, and I would love to hear from you. And thank you for listening. So let's move on to Taurus. Okay, my Tauruses. The days surrounding this full moon for you will illuminate topics regarding your foundation, your roots. This includes your home or your property, your family, your ancestors. Something is illuminating a part of your roots. Maybe you spend a lot of time with family. You could get an answer about something that you've been thinking about for the past 2 weeks when we had that new moon. This could also have to do with your reputation or how you are seen in the community that you're involved with. Maybe your career or your job, something is illuminated there. You get an answer about something possibly. Maybe something in your home is illuminated and you need to have some sort of home project that you're working on. The full moon is also square the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. So there'll be some aspects surrounding the days around the full moon that feel destined or fated. Maybe like some things are out of our hands for those couple days, especially for you regarding topics around your relationships and your identity. This is a really, where do I stand with this and this and this? All of it. Where am I standing right now? At the same time as this full moon, we have a Venus and Mars conjunction in Capricorn. Negotiations and confrontations are brought to the table. Somebody in the situation has the upper hand, and it probably isn't you in this situation. Mars is the one in dignity here, and you're ruled by Venus. So Mars is in charge in this conjunction. But this person with the upper hand is coming to assist you in some way. They can help you. They have resources to help you, as long as it's on their terms. They're the boss. This could bother you as a Taurus. There is some sort of authoritative element to the day, some sort of no, possibly, some sort of separation. But there could also be cohesion, negotiation, or working together on something for the higher good. There's a lot of action around your desires with this aspect. If your midheaven is in Capricorn, there may be some joyful and serious edits that's been going on in your life overall, maybe specifically related to how you are seen, your job, your reputation, your career. A lot of edits been going on there, and ever since Mars entered Capricorn on January 24th, there's been some pressure there, and this is when that comes to a head and the confrontation or the negotiation finally happens. These edits for you might be touching on higher or expanded mind topics such as spirituality, ethics, education, possibly travel, law, or storytelling. So that's what I have for Taurus. Please comment below and let me know what's happening for you on this full moon. I would love to hear from you. And thank you for tuning in. And Paige is leaving. Okay, let's move on to Gemini. Geminis. Days around this full moon for you will illuminate topics to do with your immediate environment. So this is the people that surround you, like your roommates, your friends, your community members, your neighbors, your siblings, your extended family. Other topics that the spotlight shines on for you would include transportation or cars, whatever you use to get around your immediate environment. Also, teaching something or learning something could be illuminated for this full moon, or just communicating the way you've been thinking about something. This full moon highlights your thought processes. So maybe you're extra in your head. Maybe you find a new mode of transportation, or something happens with your mode of transportation. Maybe something is going on with your siblings or your extended family and you're spending time with them, or it's something to do with their life. Maybe you just have a lot of errands to run and feel very busy. The moon will be in your third house, and that's the moon's joy. It's happy to connect with people, so it could be a real time for connection for you as well. The full moon is also squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, so there may be aspects around the days surrounding the full moon that feel destined or fated or just out of our hands in some way, especially for you regarding topics around your daily routine, around your health and vitality, or something to do with your pets as well. These topics are also brought in for the full moon. At the same time, Venus and Mars are conjoining in Capricorn. So for you, this may bring in some sort of tension that is bubbling under the surface. There may be some edits or negotiations discussed around shared resources, maybe a confrontation or some old anxieties or old fears. Some sort of old story is coming up to be dealt with. On the other hand, this could just mean that something intense is happening in your partner's life right now. Overall, this is a great time to face and then communicate what's been going on under the surface for you, and maybe talk about these old fears or old anxieties, whatever these scary things that you don't want to look at and don't want to talk about. It's a good time to look and talk about them. So that's what I have for Gemini. Please comment below. Let me know what you have planned for this full moon or what's going to be going on for you. I would love to hear from you. And thank you so much for listening. Okay, my Cancers. Days around this full moon will illuminate money. Topics around money, honey. The Leo full moon will shine a light on your personal finances, your personal income, your material possessions. A big spotlight is shining on your stuff and your money. This is a great time to purge stuff that you don't need anymore, make donations, throw stuff away. Or maybe you start budgeting or take note of your finances, just kind of noticing what's going on, rechecking in. You could decide that you need a raise. I'm sure you need a raise. Maybe you make a donation to something. Maybe if you go shopping or thrifting, you come up on something really cool. Just make sure you don't find something too expensive. We don't want to break the bank here with our expensive Leo moon. Or do, girl. You do you. The full moon is also squaring the nodes, so there will be aspects of the days surrounding the full moon that feel possibly destined or fated, or out of our hands in some fashion, especially for you regarding topics around friends or groups or networks or a powerful person you know. Or maybe your children's life is involved in some fashion, or what you do for fun and recreation. Or possibly bringing in aspects of your dating or sex life as well. Just stuff that you enjoy is brought in as well. At the same time, we have a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn. That's in your 7th house, so there could be elements to the days surrounding the full moon that has to do with partnership. There could be some sort of negotiation happening where one of the party members has more power or authority than the other. Lots of one-on-one activity in your chart right now. Negotiations, confrontations, ultimatums possibly, but also just a lot of energy and a lot of chemistry. You could be talking to multiple romantic interests. You could be arguing with your spouse. You could be enjoying earthly chemistry with a person or people. Just a couple of examples. Partnership things with energy. So that's what I have for Cancer. Please comment below. Let me know what you have planned for this full moon, and I would love to hear from you. And then I'll move on to Leo. Okay, Leos. This full moon is in Leo. It will be illuminating you. You're going to be in the spotlight for this full moon. You could have a big realization about your identity or your body. You could make a change to your appearance maybe, or maybe a light shines on something you've accomplished recently. The days surrounding the full moon in Leo will have you feeling the warmth of the spotlight though. The full moon is also squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio, so there could be elements of the days surrounding the full moon that feel destined or fated, or like something's out of our hands in some way, especially for you regarding topics around your home or your foundation, your roots, maybe also your reputation and how you are seen. On the same day of the full moon, there is a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn. And for you, this will bring a lot of activity around your daily routine. If you thought you were busy before, there's some sort of push-pull or something that's getting dialed in your life to be perfected. And there's a clear hierarchy of who is in authority or who is the boss of the situation. But there could be negotiations or confrontations around what's happening with your daily life, the daily grind, what you do in your day-to-day. Maybe you have to confront a coworker, an annoying coworker. Or on the other hand, it could have something to do with your health or vitality. Maybe you have extra energy. Just be careful. Don't hurt yourself with all this energy. Or maybe something to do with your pets will come up as well. So that's what I have for Leo. Please comment below. Let me know what you have planned. I would love to hear from you as it's the Leo full moon. I need to hear from my Leos. Okay, Virgos. For you, the days surrounding this full moon will illuminate topics regarding mental health, retreat, rest, alone time, solitude. You get it. Opportunities to heal and opportunities to make it worse. The full moon will put a spotlight on the stuff that has been going on behind the scenes for the past 2 weeks since the new moon happened. Maybe you end up traveling somewhere away from home by yourself and enjoy some solitude. Maybe you join a retreat or decide to go to therapy. Or maybe you just enjoy a day of alone time. Either way, the full moon is also squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. So there'll be aspects of the days surrounding the full moon that feel destined or fated or out of our hands in some way, especially for you regarding topics around travel or teaching something, learning something, or the way you think about something, possibly being challenged. Maybe travel or education is playing a big part in the full moon for you, possibly as well. At the same time, there is a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn. And for you, this will bring in topics possibly around kids, around recreation, around creativity, or what you do for fun, recreation, hiking, sports, dating, sex life, games, fun things. There could be some sort of negotiation or confrontation occurring with these topics for you. Maybe you create something really cool. Or maybe you find you have amazing chemistry with someone. Maybe you learn news about a pregnancy. Maybe you go on an awesome hike, or something intense happens in your kid's life, or an announcement of some kind. So that's what I have for Virgo. Please comment below. Let me know what you have planned. I would love to hear from you. And I'll move on to Libra. Okay, Libras. Days surrounding this full moon for you will illuminate topics regarding your allies, your colleagues, your friends, your networks. If you're in some sort of group, it will illuminate topics to do with that. Or maybe even powerful people you know. Maybe you have an important meeting happening, or you have a real fun time out with a group. Maybe you are seen by a lot of allies or colleagues. Or maybe you're dealing with other people's kids. There's lots of group activity happening for this full moon for you. This full moon is also squaring the nodes, so there'll be some aspects of the days surrounding the full moon that might feel destined or fated or out of our hands in some way, especially for you around topics around your old anxieties or old fears or old stuff that we don't like looking at, or around finances, physical possessions, and material stuff. At the same time, Venus and Mars are conjoining in Capricorn, and for you there could be elements to the days surrounding the full moon that have to do with your roots, your foundation, which could include your family or your home, your property, your father or your ancestors. There could be some sort of confrontation or negotiation with something around these topics, which has pretty much been building at least since January 24th when Mars moved into Capricorn. The father and authority archetype is pretty active at this time for you. Or maybe you find out news about a property that you were interested in. Maybe you get to work on a home project. Negotiations are brought to the table and someone has the upper hand, and it's probably not you, because in this situation with Mars and Venus conjoined, Mars is in dignity in Capricorn and Venus is not. So Mars is in charge here. And you, as a Libra rising, are Venus ruled. But this person with the upper hand has come to assist you with your needs, as long as it's on their terms. There could be some sort of authority element to the day overall, or some sort of no or separation of some kind. But there could also be cohesion, there could be negotiation, or just working together for the higher good in some fashion. But there's a lot of action around your desires that are not necessarily seen to everybody. These are under the surface desires or comforts. So that's what I have for Libra. Please comment below and let me know what's going on for you. I would love to hear from you. And I will move on to Scorpio. Okay, Scorpios. The days surrounding this full moon for you will be illuminating topics around your reputation, how you are seen by the people who know you, possibly your career or your job. This is a big one for the fixed signs. There's been something happening beneath the surface for the past 2 weeks when that new moon started. A seed was planted with your foundation and the flower has sprouted. This is a highly visible aspect for you. A decision is made that allows everyone to see you. Our favorite as Scorpios. Maybe you come to a realization about the way you are seen or about the way you want to be seen. Maybe there's a realization about work or your career. The full moon is also squaring the nodes, so there will be aspects around the days surrounding the full moon that might feel destined or fated or out of our hands in some way. If what you're doing is authentic, you will be rewarded with this transit. But if it's something that's been forced, you might learn some sort of lesson through this. But don't be afraid, let them see. It's a Leo full moon. That's your 10th house. We're here to be seen with a Leo full moon. We want to see. This could even affect the fabric of your relationships or your identity and how you see yourself. On the same day, we have a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn. Negotiations are brought to the table and someone has the upper hand, and it's probably you. There could be an authority element to the day, some sort of no or separation happening, but there could also be cohesion, negotiation, and working together for the higher good. You may get new information that changes the way you think about something. Maybe something changes with your method of transportation. It's a really good writing and editing time. Maybe something happens with an aunt, a sibling, or a cousin. Decisions around education could also occur, but it's a good time to communicate what you want to communicate. So that's what I have for my Scorpios. Thank you so much for listening. Please comment below and let me know what you have planned. And I'm going to move on to Sag. Okay, Sagittarius. The days surrounding this full moon for you will be illuminating topics around education, travel, law, spirituality, mysticism, yoga, occult topics like astrology or tarot, storytelling, or dreams. Higher mind, expanded mind topics. Maybe a big realization hits you. Maybe you decide to travel somewhere far. Or maybe you decide something regarding schooling, teaching, or learning. If you're involved with anything law-related, a spotlight will shine there for you. Or maybe something happens that leads you to feel divinely connected or helps you realize that you aren't as connected as you'd like to be. There's some sort of buildup that's been going on from the past 2 weeks when that new moon happened that's coming to fruition now. The full moon is also squaring the nodes, so there'll be elements to the days surrounding the full moon that might feel fated or destined or out of our hands in some way, especially for you regarding topics around your daily routine, around your daily work, possibly your health or your vitality, also your pets. There's some sort of fated element coming in with these topics as well. There's also a Venus-Mars conjunction happening the same day at 16 Capricorn. This will bring in themes revolving around your personal, individual finances, your income, your material possessions, or your diet. There was something that started January 24th that is finally coming to head regarding these topics. Venus and Mars speak a lot to our desires and gives us a lot of energy to act on our desires. So this is a good time to take advantage of that regarding these topics of your finances, your money, honey, and maybe material possessions, shopping sprees, making a big purchase, or maybe you finally tell yourself no about something. Maybe you lose money on an investment or gain money with something else. There's sort of a balance taking place with these topics. It's a good decision-making aspect, though. So, that's what I have for Sag. Please comment below. Let me know what you have planned. I would love to hear from you. And thank you for listening. Okay, Capricorn, for you, days surrounding this full moon will illuminate topics regarding old fears or old anxieties or old stories and bring them out. A light is shining on these topics. Other topics include your shared resources that you're involved with, possibly shared resources with partners, romantic partners, business partners, familial shared resources, or banks, the government, credit cards, that sort of thing. Shared resources are highlighted as well. So money and fears and anxieties all kind of tie together sometimes, don't they? If you were waiting on an answer from something financial from 2 weeks ago, this full moon will provide an answer. This could illuminate some of the tougher psychology, a spotlight shining on deep feelings, things we usually hide and don't shine light on. Deep feelings, anxieties, fears, the things we don't usually want to look at, but it's a very healing aspect if you are open to it. At the same time, the full moon is also squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. So there's aspects of the days surrounding the full moon that might feel destined or fated or out of our hands in some way, especially regarding topics around your friends or your colleagues, or what you do for pleasure and fun, what you do when you're enjoying yourself. Themes around work versus play may be involved. And at the same time, there's a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn at 16 degrees Capricorn. And so this is the middle of the sign. There will be a lot of energy available to Capricorns. There has been since January 24th when Mars moved into Capricorn and started energizing the Capricorns. Plenty of energy for action around desires. This conjunction has been brewing, like I said, in the background since January 24th, and the full moon, it will come to fruition. Maybe there's some sort of confrontation or negotiation with you that finally occurs. Maybe there's a change in the way that you look. Maybe you get a haircut or get some lips done. Maybe you experience having to deal with an annoying person. Maybe action on desires relating to money and relationships or the way that you present yourself. There could be an authority element to the day, some sort of no, some sort of separation, but there could also be an element of cohesion and negotiation and working together for the higher good. And that's what I have for my caps. Please comment below, let me know what's been going on for you. I would love to hear from you. And I will move on to Aquarius. Okay, Aquarius. Days surrounding the full moon for you will illuminate topics regarding your relations and your identity around them. A spotlight may shine on a relationship, or possibly focus shifts to something going on in your partner's life if you have a partner. That could take center stage a lot of the time with 7th house placements. Either way, you're shown things about your relationships or the way that you relate to others. Partners, friends, clients, any one-on-one work that you do, a light is shining there. Maybe individuation becomes a topic for you around this full moon, or codependency and interdependence. This has been brewing for the past 2 weeks, and now during the full moon, it comes to fruition. And the full moon is also squaring the nodes, so there will be aspects of the days surrounding the full moon that may feel destined or fated or out of our hands in some way. For you, especially regarding topics around your foundation, around your roots, and how you are seen by people who know you. Basically, this relationship realization could affect where you live and your career. It touches on your part in the relationship as well as the other person's part in the relationship and the nuances that go on there, and how that can ripple affect the other parts of your life, your roots, and your praxis. During this full moon, there's also an exact conjunction with Venus and Mars in Capricorn. There's been something going on beneath the surface, at least since January 24th, when Mars entered Capricorn, which is your 12th house. So feelings could have been suppressed around this time, but there's some sort of need or desire being realized that has been hard to put into words maybe since the end of January, And now it's time to figure out just what that means for you. But it will require solitude to figure it out. Meditation and alone time can really help you see what sort of desires have been running around in the background of your psyche. And this can help you move forward from the information that the full moon provides. Focus on your mental health, retreat, rest, solitude, alone time, maybe going on a solo vacation of some kind. Take advantage of this time and have some solitude and figure it out. So that's what I have for Aquarius. Please comment below. Let me know what is going on for you. I would love to hear from you, and I will move on to Pisces. Come join us for Pisces. Come on. Hup. Good boy. Are you comfy? Okay, Pisces. The days surrounding this full moon for you will illuminate topics around your daily work, possibly your coworkers, your health, or your vitality, maybe, or your pets. There may be illumination on the daily grind that you don't get to be the face of, maybe an illumination of a health-related issue, or a solution to a health-related issue. Maybe you're getting a new pet, or something about your pet is being illuminated. Unless it's pet-related or a health solution related, this could be an irritable day for Pisces. Maybe an annoying person takes the center stage. Maybe a spotlight is shown on your service work, what you do to be of service. A realization or illumination around your daily routine and your daily grind. And the full moon is also squaring the nodes in Taurus and Scorpio. So there are aspects of the days surrounding the full moon that may feel destined or fated or out of our hands in some way, especially for you regarding topics around your brain, your thought processes, the way you think about things. It brings in topics related to education, teaching and learning, possibly traveling or transportation, a form of transportation, and law as well. Some sort of tension between your daily routine and the way you're thinking about something. Maybe this full moon is shining a light on the tensions that happen when you are expanding your mind. Everything else needs to expand with it, and it starts with your daily grind. On the same day as the full moon, there is a Venus-Mars conjunction in Capricorn. Action around desires relating to friends, colleagues, or your networks and groups that you're involved with, or a powerful person that you know. Groups that you are in that share the same goals and interests. There's a lot of chemistry happening with this conjunction. Maybe you're going to hook up with a friend, maybe. Or maybe you're involved in some sort of confrontation with a group of friends, colleagues, or groups. There could be some sort of negotiation happening with friends or colleagues as well. There could be an authority element. There could be some sort of no or separation. But there could be cohesion, like I said, negotiation, and working together for the higher good. There's a lot of energy here in your house that rules groups and friends. So, that's what I have for Pisces. Please comment below. Let me know what you have planned. I would love to hear from you. And that's what I have for everybody. Thank you all for being here. If anyone's listening to this outro, please comment below, like and subscribe. Thank you for being here. Does this show my age when I do this? I hope you all enjoyed the new setup. I didn't feel like dealing with the green screen today or doing my hair. So here's another side of the studio. Okay, and that's it. Bye, everybody. Come on. Oh, it's a buggy. Oh, look at her. Look at her. Is she cute?